And I don't really have that much experience with the other two before this game came out, even though there is a lot to explain in this from this game, because if you haven't played the first two, then some of the stuff you'd be witnessing here might not make a lot of sense, or you don't know exactly why that's the case, especially with certain characters. But we'll sort of get to that later as the game progresses. I have an idea of how far I'm going to go with certain sessions, but we'll just keep it on track. This game is way too huge for me to do in one go.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Yeah, the game jump cuts from codec to occasional cutscene.
Behind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
You think? There's fucking guards everywhere. I've always loved this helicopter. I think Hind D's actually have a really epic design. And so fucking action-packed as well. Look at that baby fly. We'll encounter that son of a bitch later on. In due time.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
Smash.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
He regurgitated them out like a fucking cow. Or a snake, but still gross.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
Grenades. Yeah, an item. Very useful, but I'll never use it because I forget it's actually there.
What about the air duct near the door?
Yeah, this is not me controlling.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
That ass.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Okay, and that's it. Yeah, so that was, you know, cutscene / tutorial. I mean, holy shit. Now you have the rough idea of what this game has to offer. There's a lot of fucking information. But, you know, that being said, I really love the writing of this game. And especially, it's very well... I would like to say it's very well researched. You actually learn a lot of shit in this game, especially when it comes to the human anatomy, the anatomy of the body, as well as the science stuff with fucking war, radiation, all that shit. It's a very educational game too. You get to learn a lot of shit. Anyway, so a few things I forgot to mention. I've mentioned this is your light attack, and that's your sort of heavy attack when you come across to enemies. You'll have items on your left. Well, I say on the left side, you've got your items that you can use. You know, we have cigarettes, which again he fucking ate. Well, he swallowed them and then he regurgitated them out, which is gross. So this is the scope, which I don't really use the scope. One, because I forget, and two, well, even though we've got a first-person view here, but when it comes to zooming in, there's not a lot I need to sort of look out from here. But apart from that, we also have rations, which is your health. Whenever you actually lose a little bit of health, you either go and use them, or you can actually hold them right there. So you can hold items, and if you press, I believe it's L1, so you can deselect the item or reselect the item. Especially if I was about to lose health, I would automatically use a ration. On the right side, we have the weapons, although we don't have any weapons except Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary. So we're going to have to find them. Yeah, so as the chief said, we're just basically entered here with not really many resources, so we're going to have to find them. Well, there's also guards to also avoid. We need to infiltrate in towards the base, and how we're going to do that? Well, the air ducts. There's two ways you can actually go in there, and it really depends which way you take. Because I believe either way, you'll actually get one thing that you will come across or see, and the other you probably miss out. I think I may have made the decision where I'm going to go. Normally, oh yes, I should mention, if I was to hold the triangle button, then I go into first person mode. As you can see, there's an air duct there, but there's a guard. I think he's actually sleeping, but still, we can't really get to him. I mean, you can actually attack guards if you do it stealthily and quietly, but it's not recommended. Anyway, we come over here.
A surveillance camera?
Yes, we have surveillance cameras, which means there's a lot of shit you need to avoid as well. This is no big deal, of course. Actually, if we go to our codec and call upon the chief... Oh, I don't know if the chief's going to help, but let's see.
There should be a blind spot underneath that camera. You'll be okay if you stay flat up against the wall.
Basically. So, yeah, if I can't explain it, or if I forget to explain it, or don't explain it very well, the game will. That's one thing that this game is known for. Actually... Oh, no, well, not yet. There is also another codec call that we can get, but we'll just need to wait. Well, there's two of them, actually. But we'll get to that. First off, we need to get past this camera. And I always fucking... I'm not really good with this one right here. I think if we actually stay under here, we should be relatively safe. But hug against the wall, and your camera's changed differently. Ooh, okay. Alright, stun grenade. So we actually have picked up our first weapon. Oh no, the first weapon was chaff grenades. Chaff grenades are used to disable electronics such as that surveillance camera, and stun grenades disables enemies, just for a brief moment. They are very helpful and useful weapons, but you'd hold on to them as much as you can. There are certain points and you'll definitely need those grenades, especially later down the track, but right now we don't really need to use them, but hold on to those sons of bitches. We want to get to over there. Oh yeah, make sure you don't get spotted by the searchlights there, otherwise you'd be a complete dumbass. Of course, even if this guy was awake, he should, he could see me from here, but yeah, the kind of vision is pretty shit. But if I was to zoom in on this asshole, you can see he's sleeping on the job, which is beneficial. I think the game sort of encourages you can take him out with the heavy attack right here, which you can put him on a chokehold and then silently kill him. But we're not going to do that, because we're not going to go that way. We want to get into this truck right here, once the guard doesn't come this way. Go up, please. Yes, thank you. It's important that you come over here. You want to hop into this car, and then come to the back, and we have our SOCOM, which is our first pistol. Well, yeah, it's the SOCOM pistol, semi-automatic pistol. Hold down square to aim and release fire, like so. We're not going to use that just yet, but it will come into handy very later on. And now that we have the SOCOM, we're going to go to the codec, and I'm trying to remember, there is a frequency that we need to put in, but oh, okay, let me think. Well, it's not. Oh, okay, actually.
Good. You've got yourself a weapon. To use it, first hold down the R2 button to enter weapon mode. Then select the weapon you want with the directional button. After you've selected the weapon you want, let go of the R2 button to exit weapon mode. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. To use the weapon, follow the directions displayed in the window. If you use the R1 button, you can equip your weapon more quickly. While you're barehanded, press the R1 button to equip the last weapon you used. Press the R1 button while you're holding a weapon to be barehanded again. Don't fire your gun needlessly, or you might be discovered. If you had a gun with a suppressor, it would be a different story. If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military analyst, Nastasha. Her frequency is 141.52.
Okay, I was close. I thought it was 140.52, but yeah. Okay, I thought you actually had to figure it out, but let's do that actually. That's what I was going to do, but I suppose the good thing I accidentally called Campbell. We shall call up Nastasha. Nastasha.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned?
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon? The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
And I'll let you do a strip search on me too. Anyway. God, the writing and the characters in this game, I just absolutely love. I really, it should be said, I never played this as a child. Well, obviously, I don't think I would be able to, because it's not really a kid's game. And even so, it's the kind of game I probably wouldn't be used to because of how the mechanics really work out. Ooh, that's quite a tight squeeze. Because, you got your third-person overhead view look, and, of course, there's no jump button, so instead you're just going to have to, and the buttons are sort of displayed differently, of course, so... Yeah, but that being said, I did have a go of it when I was a little bit older, my first years of high school, and it took me a while to get used to the game, but I managed to get a full grasp on it and managed to finish it. A few times, of course, and I really did enjoy the experience. I absolutely loved, despite its long cutscenes, what the game had to offer, and the more times I played it, the more I felt comfortable actually controlling Snake here. Now be careful, you see the footprints behind you? The guards will actually spot your footprints, and they'll discover, they'll start to wonder whose footprints are these. Yes, I think that being said, Metal Gear Solid, it was known for its groundbreaking aesthetics, in which I guess people from video game standards never suspected the game would actually take what's the word? Advantage. There isn't like another word. Oh God, shit balls! There's a guy up there, which I thought he was close. So you can see that the cone of vision is not displayed on the guy on the second floor because we need to be at the same level. Anyway, I guess take advantage. Obviously, sounds and I guess footsteps. You don't. It's for stealth games before Metal Gear Solid. That wouldn't be highly irrelevant. They have to see you in order for you to get spotted. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna come up here because we'll just wait until this guy goes over. There's the second air duct. Oh God. And the Colonel's gonna explain it to us.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D.
God damn.
Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
So much for that plan, right? Yeah. Record time. So we need to press the X button to crouch and go under here. Of course, there's two ways for you to actually get to the weapon storage facility. So you'll end up in the same place. However, there are differences. If you were to take the one from ground level, then you'll get a call from you'll get a call from a special someone who explains that if you see rats in the ventilation shaft, then you need to follow them because once they go into a tunnel, they always have to have an exit. But you go into a first-person view as you're crawling around. Actually, let's see if we can find that special someone. Oh, we also got Maylene. You can use Maylene to save your game. But we want to... No. Now, what's the code for this guy? I think it's 1.108? I'm really trying to remember the codec calls. Luckily, there's only a handful of codec calls we need to remember. But let's just try... Oh, I think I got it. Yes.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
I already knew that because I found it. Yeah, he basically tells you a lot of sort of survival information, whether it's in-game or even outside the game. I really love this game. You actually get to learn shit. But let's call him again. No, shit, I meant to press the circle button.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
In other words, don't fucking bother me. Well, let's try calling Campbell as well. See what we have.
Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion mode. Press up on the directional button to go forward, and down to retreat backwards. You can also press right or left to face either direction. Advance while hiding yourself, pay attention to the enemy's actions, and make sure you're not discovered.
But be careful. You can't attack while you're in intrusion mode either.
And even if you go into intrusion mode while you're being chased, the enemy's grenades will still follow you. Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA chief. Look for clues.
Okay, Fred. Yeah, some of this codec call is unnecessary, but fuck it. So if you were to go to the other vent, then you can actually get Master Miller calling you and says, you see these rats there? You must follow the rat, Snake. And they'll lead you to the exit that they, like, well, not carve, but yeah, shit like that. But here, you'll actually come across other, I guess, bits of, not dialogue, well, dialogue, cutscene, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you can actually trigger both of them, so it's one or the other. See, we've got a sort of air vent here. Oh, which automatically, I thought we had to do it manually.
I moved the darker cheek to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
So you wouldn't get this if you went the other way.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
What was that noise?
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Woman in the cell. So yeah, if you went the other way, you wouldn't have known any of this. So yeah, it's a good thing that the guards like to explain their situations just right out loudly, not thinking that they could actually be watched or listened. So you know, it's all good. No one's got to have to fucking know. So sometimes you actually spend sometimes in the ventilation shafts, but not a lot of it actually does happen. There's a room that I don't think we can get into just yet. But once we get out of the ventilation shaft, I'm going to save my game. It's just so I can give you an idea of how that works as well. I believe that looks like, yep, I think that's one of the computer rooms. So we must be getting close to exiting the shaft, which will come around here. And I think we're going to get another pointless call from the chief, because we've got the opening right here. There you go.
Press the action button to drop down.
The action button is the circle button in this game. Yeah, I love that this game sort of has these other synonyms for buttons. Obviously, they won't say the simplified circle X. They'll call it as the action button or the shoulder buttons, so you will. But fuck what they would not say the cross buttons. So that's rations. Anything with a cardboard box like that, they're rations. But we can only carry up to 2 rations. We will carry more of them later on, but that is way down. Well, not way down the track. It's basically every boss you defeat, your inventory increases by a little bit. Alright. Oh, what now?
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
You think you'd call that when I find an elevator, but no. Anyway, we're at the Warhead storage, and I love this theme right here. Very awesome, sneaky theme. Anyway, so make sure you don't get spotted by the surveillance camera. If you do, then you'll get all these soldiers that will try and hunt you down. You have a chance to escape, and then the game goes into evasion mode. But once that happens, you're not safe until the evasion mode exits, and then you're given free range to go. So once you come here, it's recommended that you come up to this spot here first, because this door is a level 4 door. But it's open right now. You want to actually come in here first before you advance to the elevator. But once again, we've got another surveillance camera, in which all you have to do is just be right underneath it. You don't need to throw chaff grenades just to disable them. So that's what we're going to do right there, because down there is a very useful item. We've picked up the thermal goggles. We don't need to use it right now, but later on we will. Especially when you come back to this area, this door will now be locked, and you won't be able to come in here until you have a level 4 card key. So alright, let's have a look. So we have the catwalk right here, which there are no enemies, not until later on, but we need to get down there. And as you can see, there's the elevator. And as you can see, there's guards down there. Let's actually use the scope. That's where we need to go. Yeah, I say I actually don't use this fucking item, but here I am using it. Which I guess is fine, so whatever. Let's put it into rations of now. Oh yeah, I forgot. I should actually save my game, so let's just call Mei Ling.
You found out where the DARPA chief is. With his nanomachine transmitter, he should show up as a green dot on your radar when you get close. Try to find him.
Okay, so we'll save our game right here. I have already made there's a few save files right here. I should mention this is actually the same game right here. I made 2 different save files, but there was something that actually happened because I'm playing this on an emulator, and when it comes to switching disc, it sort of got corrupted. So I tried again with this save file, and it's worked. So this is my 3rd attempt to actually play this, because these were also previous recordings of the Let's Play, but I didn't really have too much experience with this, and I was just sort of testing with that one, but now I'm fully ready to do this, and I'm excited because why not?
Come on, Snake, you can do it.
Oh, the game just paused. Oh, that sucks. Normally she gives you like some sort of Chinese proverb, which are very nice, and you know, anything from Mei Ling is really nice too. But no, she's just going to give us false encouragement. No, I'm just kidding. I like Maylene. I like most characters in this game. Most characters. So, anyway, we need to get down there. There's another step out. Just give me a second.